university that they mentor. Many of them have friends or other colleagues they mentor. And so I think we're starting to see each individual that works here already has a network that they've built of people that's getting value from them being around.
But are you worried that a lot of younger students are not going through STEM courses today? Is Andela worried that along the line you may not have people to feed into the pipe?
So I'm more worried for Nigeria and Africa as a whole. I'm not very worried about Andela. And the main reason for that is because for us, the main ingredients are not a degree necessarily. The main ingredients for us are, again, people that can think critically, people that can solve problems, people that are ready to go through challenging experiences and succeed.
So you have people here who are not even graduates?
We have a few people here that never got a degree. And we have people here that are not necessarily STEM graduates either, people that studied all kinds of courses. But for Nigeria as a whole, I am very worried. I think that at a high level, you do need a very large population that has studied STEM, because then they can actually go and build other sectors that are related.
And what do you think we should do about that?
You know the answer to that question.
No, I don't know. What do you think?
I think ultimately it's you know, so I had a TEDx talk recently, and the focus of my talk was basically that in this new sort of revolution that we're seeing, technology revolution, yes, we finally have access to information. Yes, education is now accessible online. You can basically learn anything from anywhere in the world. The biggest problem we'll have is leadership, right, ultimately. And I see that as a general problem. I think if you want to fix anything in Nigeria, STEM, technology, the internet, whatever it is, you need leaders who wake up every day thinking, how do I add value? How do I do the right thing? How do I make sure that the actions I take and decisions I make will help the next generation to be better than the last one? Simple as that. And that's where I think, to me, that's where most of the problems lie.
Shani, some people have accused Andela that you're taking our best minds abroad, or you're exporting our best minds. What would you have to say to that?
Well, I'd say they should look around. Really, that's the best answer I have. What we're really doing is we're saying that if you want to be the best at anything it is, find the people in the world that are the best at that thing and go and learn from them. That is, apprenticeship is the oldest trade, or basically the oldest way of learning since humankind. And what we're doing is exactly that. What we're saying is, if you want to learn technology, if you want to produce the best technologists, then what we need to do is we need to get them to work alongside some of the smartest and best technologists globally. After they've done that, we expect most of them to actually go start companies in Nigeria, go join companies in Nigeria, and essentially contribute to the Nigerian ecosystem. And I'm basically an example of that. I grew up in Nigeria, went to secondary school here, and I left. I went abroad. My entire family is outside Nigeria. I chose to come back on my own because there's something here I want to build. And so for me, I actually think it doesn't matter where someone spends a big part of their life, as long as they're spending that part of their life learning from the best, eventually they'll find their way back home.
So let's look at outside Andela, the startup ecosystem. Are you excited about what is happening?
Very, very excited. Yes, I am.
And what are some of the recommendations you have for startups?
Recommendations? Well, I think the first thing is we definitely need more people to go into this space, number one. But I think for the right reasons, right? I don't think people should go into this space because it looks interesting.
There's money in it.
You know what, actually, that's not a bad idea either, because some of the biggest capitalists in the world have actually created significant value as well. So I think it's, you know, the big thing for me is, what's the reason? Like, what's your mindset? Even if you're someone that says, I want to go into that space because there's money there, do it the right way. Go and build value. And wake up every day thinking, how do I create things so I can get money from those things I create? Not how do I find a way to shortcuts, right? And so I think more people should think about starting businesses, because our generation absolutely needs to go into the entrepreneurship. So you might ask me, why didn't I start a business myself? And that's because, frankly, what we're doing here is way bigger than anything I could think of. And so I thought, you know, rather than starting a business just for the sake of starting a business, if I find a bunch of other people that are working on something that is really, really large and can change an entire continent, I probably want to go do that.
Thank you for being on Tech Trends today.
Thank you, Fred.
All the
Great
best.
talking to you.
We've come to the end of today's show. Please follow us on social media, and don't forget, you can watch the entire show on the Channels TV YouTube account or via my blog, cfatech.ng. For Tech Trends, I'm Chukwuemeka Agbata.